Good morning, everyone. Day 4 of the Advent calendar. Let's discover which coffee we're going to brew today. Okay, number 4. This is the number 4. Number 4. We are going to brew a washed Kenyan from a roastery from Finland, from Turku, called Frukt. I hope that I pronounce it well. Frukt. Hopefully I did it right. It's a Kenya, it's a washed Kenya. It's not the first time that we experience Kenya. Let's say that I really love Kenyas. It's one of my favorites since a long time. So, how are we going to brew this coffee? Yesterday we used the Orea Wide with the open bottom. Today we are going to use the Orea Wide, but with the apex bottom. Okay? This is a bottom that changed the geometry of Orea, meaning that we go away from the flat bottom system and we have a system where we can have, I would say, 2 different kinds of geometries. One, with the help of the negotiator, you can fit the flat paper filter kind of like a conical way, but then with a round edge at the end, and or you can place a conical paper filter, and that is what we're going today. So we're going to transform the Orea flat dripper into Orea conical dripper. Okay, for this video I'm going to use abaca paper from KAFFEBOX. Okay, I'm going to use the abaca paper for a reason. Okay, using this dripper. The first one is because we know that it performs very well. Okay, so we know that it's faster than the classical Hario V60 paper, and I want to use also this because the kind of like the board of Orea is a bit different than conical like V60, because you know we don't have any ridges, we don't have anything coming out here from the board, so makes the paper stick better in this Emma. Okay, so just open the parentheses. You can see like a kind of body on Emma. Is not that we dress Emma, of course no. She had surgery, so that body is just to protect her from, you know, touching, licking the cut. So she's well, she's amazing. But yeah, so the body is not because we dress her, okay? We don't dress our cats, okay? Coming back to Orea, the board is kind of flat. So when the paper filter stick on the board, you have less, kind of like by passing, you have less airflow. So we need a faster paper. I'm not saying that Hario V60 paper doesn't work, but today we brew like this. Maybe another day we will try the same, but with a Hario V60 paper. Maybe we can even see the difference, to be honest. That can be a good episode, you know, to discuss this. Okay. Of course, the KAFFEBOX paper filter are made on purpose for conical that has a steep angle of 60 degrees like V60. So when you brew with Orea, the wide, which has a steeper angle, so you need to kind of fold it in this way. But in my experience, always worked pretty well. So you see, now I am placing the filter. Here you can see that the fold is a bit bigger, but usually it doesn't generate any problem on the drainage, doesn't affect anything. Okay, perfect. Now this is ready. At least we wet the paper, so it's done. Now let's think about the coffee. Let's think about the coffee. Let's dose, as always, 15 grams. Much. It's kind of light. Now we'll see if the method will work or we need to change anything. Okay. Made a mistake. This morning I'm very sleepy. Okay. Clicks. Okay, it was at 0, so I couldn't grind anything. Let's do 28 clicks for this method. Emma, you curious? Be careful, it's hot there. All right, 28. Okay. Let's grind the coffee and then we talk about the recipe. Okay. Let's look at the grind size. So it's very light, this coffee. Okay. 28. And then we see if we need to change something. All right, so how are we gonna brew this? I'm going to do a recipe already used in the past, which is 50 grams of water, the first pour, and then split the 200 remaining grams of water into 2 pours, 100 and 100. Usually for Kenya, this kind of pouring pattern, it works pretty well. I've been using it a lot. So I want to start with something that I know usually works. So 250 grams of water total, 50, 100 and 100 on 15 grams of coffee. The water temperature is at 94 degrees Celsius. Okay. So 15 grams in, and let's go to brew this coffee. A little as well. Okay. Now we keep the 1 minute bloom. I think I will keep for the rest of the coffee. 1 minute bloom. I'm seeing that it's working pretty well. So if it works, we don't change. So far so good. Maybe other methods we're gonna change, but so far we're gonna keep the 1 minute. Again, this is to help to saturate better the coffee bed, because light roast usually are denser coffee, so it needs more time to, for the water to enter inside the cells, unlock what is the coffee. So then when we pour the following pour, like right now, we have a higher extraction. And that's what we want with light roast and also washed coffee. So now, let's pour it until 150. Okay. And now we wait. So far, drainage is going very well. It's pretty stable. Okay. I think Kenyans are like coffees that you can brew in different way, like it depending on what you want to achieve in the cup. If you want something with more acidity, you can keep it a bit on the acidity side. Usually, like Swash Kenya is famous for the acidity, the brightness, but I also like to push it a bit forward to get a more sweetness, that's dark fruit. sweetness that is a very characteristic of the Kenyan. That's why I like it. Very distinct characteristic. That's, you know, like, it's good to have sometimes on a coffee portfolio, let's say. So when you say, I want a Kenyan, you know what you want, you know? Okay. Let's pour 100 grams of water, 250 total. And now we wait. Okay, so once again, because the paper filters stick very well on the board of the dripper, we have a lower airflow. More airflow we have it from the bottom where there are these cuts. That's useful to, you know, help the coffee to come out. But in the top part, where basically there is no coffee, here we don't want this kind of gaps because we don't want the water to easily escape on the edge. This helps to reduce bypassing, slow down a bit the drainage, but allow us to, in theory, extract more from the coffee, even if we grind a bit coarser. Okay, it's almost finished. That's you see, like the flow like this. Like the flow is very thin, but it's very stable. I love to see this. I like that. Also, Casey likes it, right? She said she came to check. She loves Kenyans. Okay. Okay, it's 420. Okay, every time 420. Okay. Now the aroma is not very intense. I was expecting fruitier aroma. Let me check the yield first of all. Okay, 209. Perfect. Yield done. Yeah, no, it's not really open as a coffee. So let's see. In terms of aroma, let's see in taste what we got. Do you think it's good? It's heavy. It's pretty heavy. I wasn't expecting this from the coffee. It's very heavy. I mean, it's good. I like it. You know, I'm Italian. We like mouthfeel. We like body. All right. Intense, juicy red berry, citrus, and rhubarb. Rhubarb, there is, yeah. Love it. Red berries, yeah. Citrus a bit less in this way. Juicy, I will say more than juicy. Intense. It's intense. I don't think it's very intense. It's very heavy. Maybe we can say the same thing. But yeah, it's very heavy. Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting to have this characteristic with the brewing method, but it's fine. Fair enough. Do I feel a bit of bitterness inside the cup? Do I feel it? A bit of bitterness? Especially here now on the aftertaste. A bit bitter, a bit. This is it's something that of course we can fix. Actually, this can be a characteristic that you can get from Orea Wide using the apex bottom and so going conical. It's the fact that water, when the paper stick on the board, doesn't have chances to escape from there. So instead of diluting the coffee like happens when you brew V60, here everything goes in contact with the coffee. So you encourage higher extraction. There is a bit of channeling, of course, but not as a traditional pipe pass that you have usually with the V60 dripper. So intensity is also is high, is 152. Well, now I'm gonna do some calculation here. So let's say, no, I'll show you how I think. Okay, so it's 152, right? 153. Let me see. 152. Okay, let's call it 152. Now, here we go. It's 152. Now, what we can do, what I do here, okay, of course you need a refractometer to think about this, okay? Okay, I'm saying is 1.52, and because we got the yield, I can calculate the extraction. I showed you yesterday how do you do this with a refractometer. So once again, the yield 209 multiplied 1.52, that is the TDS percentage, divided by the grams that we put inside our dripper. Okay, we have 21.2. Okay, when it's 0.17, I bring it to the higher number. So okay, 21.2. Okay, of extraction. Usually it's okay. I never go 21.2 with a pour over. Usually, I personally don't like higher extraction. Okay, I like good extraction, I like good mouthfeel and sweetness, but I don't like higher percentage of extraction because usually, sometimes that's what you get. There's a bit of bitterness at the end. So extraction, we said 21.2. Okay, now it's pretty simple. Okay, because I said I have a bit of bitterness. I can feel the bitterness, okay, especially in the aftertaste. And the TDS is high, so 1.52. There is only one variable that we can change and it will fix both of these problems, which is grind size. We grind coarser. So I will do 30 clicks, okay? I will remake the coffee and I will do 30 clicks with the Comandante. We rebrew it and we see, is 30 clicks gonna be enough? I think so. I don't want to drop too much. I kind of like the sweetness that give, also the kind of the heavy sensation in the mouth that give. So I'm gonna just change 2 clicks, okay? This time, so from 28, I'm gonna go 30. So now I'm going to reset everything. I'm gonna grind the coffee at 30 so we can brew the second one and we see if we fix this problem, what we're gonna get, if it's enough, or maybe in the future, you know, like we should change something more. But we try. So I reset everything and in 1 second, I'll be back here with you. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Paper filter is in, coffee is ground, 30 clicks with the Comandante, same water, 94 degrees Celsius, same recipe, 15 grams of coffee inside our dripper, and then 250 grams of total brewing water, split in 50, 100, and 100, with 1 minute bloom. Let's go back. Okay. Now we put 50. Now swirl, it's a bit more difficult because coarser coffee lets the water drain faster, so doesn't leave a lot of chances to swirl, but it's fine. We are sure that's with the amount of water, 50 grams of water, more than 3 times the amount of coffee. It's pretty safe, so you don't need to worry. Let's wait for 1 minute, okay? So just so we can understand that the flow, the drainage should be faster, okay? Before we finish for 20, now we will see all time is gonna finish this. And if it improved the brew. Okay. And 50. The range is fast, probably faster than before. Okay. Let's go with the second one of 50 of 100. Okay. Let me keep it slower. Why? Where do you go? Okay. It's fast. Emma, what happened? she's looking me down here. What's happening? No, cuddles. A lot of cuddles. Let me finish this. And then we cuddle. Okay, so 3 minutes. Probably this is going to be faster. Okay. That's what we wanted, right? That's what we wanted. Okay, let's say 340. 340, which means the calculation 40 seconds less than before. 40 seconds less than before. Okay, 340. Okay. Now, drainage wise, drawdown wise change. Okay, 40 seconds is a lot. I mean, it's a lot in terms of like if we need to fix something specific, a bit sweeter, a bit more acidic or less acidic, it's fine. But I want to fix this bitterness, so I needed a kind of like drastic change. Okay, aroma-wise, still the same. Maybe there is something more fruity. Maybe transform these berries in something fresher. Okay, let me check the yield because definitely this changed. Correct. Okay. Okay, 211. Let's see. 211. So, of course, we're never super precise with pouring, but the yield should be higher because coarser coffee absorb less water. So let some more water go down. So that's how it works. And let's taste. Okay, let's taste. And hopefully we made it better. Otherwise, we need to make a third brew. Well, way better. We improved the acidity. The characteristic of this heavy sensation didn't disappear. It's still there, less than this one, which is not bad. Okay, it's not bad. I'm not complaining about this. It's good. Okay, there is a bit of bitterness at the end. That's, so far I don't feel it here. I want to see when it's cooling a bit more. Okay, but we get a bit of citrus sensation, the acidity. It's also lingering. Okay, I'm very happy with this. Very happy so far. We need to let it cool down. Now, let me just check the TDS again. Let's see what we change, okay? Let's see the numbers. When I make changes, you know, like what I feel in my mouth, I can only feel it. So you need to trust me. But in terms of numbers, I mean, they don't lie. The numbers are the numbers. They don't tell you if it's good or not, but they tell you if what you did kind of like not worked, but actually did something, okay? Because if I say grind coarser to reduce the TDS, and TDS is reduced, and it reduces also the extraction, it means that it works, right? Yeah, that's how it is. But then the sensation in the mouth, it's very personal, it's very not really based on the numbers, okay? Because I always say, like, don't base it tasting on the number is just a reference to keep it consistent, okay? Tell you a lot of things that you can relate with the sensation in the mouth, okay? You can correlate the things, numbers and sensory analysis, so you can do it, data, okay? But they don't tell you because, let's say, for example, one of the biggest variables is coffee, right? If one bean is rotten because, you know, it's agricultural product, it's natural, it's organic. So if there is a ruined bean that is inside, is in one of the brew, the number doesn't show it. So you have like the perfect numbers with the perfect extraction, but that tastes rubbish because maybe one bean is rotten. Maybe, you know, there's some problem when you think about Rwanda or Burundi, the potato defect. All right, we can talk about this when we talk. This should be a Rwanda, hopefully with not defect. But you know, that's what happened. So numbers doesn't say if there is some bean that is genetically not correct. That's it. So yeah, like coffee is ready. Emma is here. What's happening? She's looking at the bed if it's flat. Judgmental. Definitely brighter. I like it. Okay, now I like it more. But you need to compromise a bit. You know, like that kind of mouthfeel, the very heavy mouthfeel, the body. It was good, but of course you need to compromise. Now, TDS. So we made a big jump here. That's what I was expecting. So it's 1.41, as you can see. So before it was, I didn't put it down. Why? I don't know. I didn't write it down. I think it was 1.52, right? Yeah, 1.52, and this is 1.41. So 1.41. So we drop it by 0.11, which is a good. It's a big change actually. Maybe I could have done less clicks, but it's fine for now. Maybe, you know, like you can test like, okay, what's the middle ground? You can then make another one, test the middle ground and see if it's better or it's worse. But I'm happy with this. I like this. It's on the bright side, but the mouthfeel is there. You can feel it, the fact that, you know, there is very low bypass with the V4 Wide, with a conical paper filter. There is less bypass, so you feel this contact time between coffee and water and not having, you know, kind of like light body, diluted kind of brew. Now, let's check again the extraction and see what changed, okay? What extraction yield percentage we are. So, once again, okay, 211 multiplied 1.41, that is a TDS, divided 15 grams. And we are 19.8, okay? Which is usually my aim, you know? Previous ones we had like a 19.6, I remember in the previous episodes. That's the range, okay? On the 20%, a bit less than 20%. That's what I like. That's personal preference, okay? That's it. 2 clicks, fix it. Okay, because we had higher extraction and higher strength. Grind course, you basically drop both of them. If in case it was higher strength and lower extraction, the things to change is the ratio. So you remove a bit of coffee. So I don't know, instead of 15 250, you do 14 250. You reduce the strength, you increase the extraction because the ratio of water is the percentage of the water is higher, you know, than so the ratio is different, okay? That's it. So that's, you know, one variable to change two problems. And it's the same if it was like weak, low strength and high extraction, you know, it's a bit watery but bitter, put more coffee. So you fix both of them. Higher coffee, you have higher strength with a lower extraction because you use less water for the coffee, you know, for a bit more coffee that you put inside. These basic kind of rules that I will never stop talking about. It's good to repeat myself sometimes, you know, just to remind, okay, this is very important things to consider, okay? More than the water, more than the paper filter, more than the dripper, more than all the tools more than the grinder, more than everything, okay? Good tools, of course, helps you to make good coffee, but basic knowledge is what's more important, because if you don't know basic knowledge, you can get the best tools in the world. Now it's, you know, like 2,000 tools in the market. So get knowledge, okay? Watch the calendar series and let's learn together and let's improve together. That's it, okay? So it's good, all right, we fix it. Once again, another coffee, another method, another fixing problem. That's what I like, okay? I try to create, sometimes I think I should create myself problems just to fix them, you know? Sometimes I try to work on this, like today I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. Actually, I was thinking maybe 28 clicks and having like just 3 pours with a Kenya, maybe is not, you know, it's not enough to extract, when actually like was very intense and higher in extraction, not very crazy in extraction, 21, was like, it's not crazy, 21.2. But yeah, cooling down, it's getting better. Man, it's lingering. And the mouthfeel is there. It's a good coffee. It's a good coffee, actually. It's a good Kenya. Very happy about this. It's perfect. Frukt, again, wash Kenya. It's perfect. Emma wanted to steal my coffee. I thank you a lot, as always, for sticking around. And I really hope that, you know, you learn something new, or she's biting the box. Not yet, not yet. When I finish, you can destroy it. So I hope that, you know, was worth the time to stick around with me until the end of the video. I hope that you learned something new. If you didn't learn something new, at least like, you know, that I stick with this idea of, you know, like how to change simple variables to improve the coffee significantly. And with this, I will see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day and delicious coffee. Whatever you're brewing, if you're brewing this Kenya, wonderful. Let me know what you get. If you follow the recipe on the booklet, let me know what you get, or if you try my recipe or my method more or less, what you think. And then that's it. Let's continue to discuss and drink amazing coffee. I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.